Frank Hayes, born in 1901, he grows up in Ireland, and it is his dream to become a world champion jockey.
Although Frank believes he is born to be a jockey, his genetics beg to differ. He weighs 142 pounds, much heavier than most jockeys.
Frank Hayes moves to New York City. He still loves horses and he still wants to be around this sport in some way, but he's still a little bit too large to be a jockey.
So he has to reset and he has to start somewhere, so he starts working as a trainer for racehorses.
But imagine you're Frank Hayes and you grew up wanting to be a jockey and you're working as a stable hand, you're doing all of the grunt work, you're getting none of the glory. And you're watching these jockeys win these races, and it's as close as you can possibly get to it without actually tasting that victory.
Then fate steps in when the owner of a horse named Sweet Kiss finds himself without a jockey.
The owner says, listen, if you can lose 10 pounds somehow in a day, then you can ride this horse. Now, frankly, I'm not sure if the owner expected him to be able to do it.
Frank is fired up. He is ready to do whatever it takes to make sure that he can get on the back of Sweet Kiss and ride this horse to victory. So over the next 24 hours, we are going full Rocky IV 1980s montage. We are talking about shadow boxing, we're talking about running, fasting, not drinking water, losing as much weight, sweating, doing whatever he can to drop as much weight as possible.
The next day when he weighs in, he actually loses 12 pounds. It's about 8.5% of his body weight. This sort of rapid weight loss is really taxing on the body because it taxes your immune system, your kidneys, and your heart.
But it's all worth it when a thrilled Hayes suits up for his debut race.
So the horse that Frank Hayes is riding, Sweet Kiss, enters as a 20-1 underdog. The far and away favorite in this race is a horse named Gimme, who was expected to just run away with this race.
And Sweet Kiss takes off like a bat out of hell with Frank on top.
And Hayes is doing everything he can to get this horse into the lead, and he starts to bound away. He's starting to pull it off. He's starting to gain length ahead of all the rest of the field. Can he do it?
Frank is living the dream, and he slumps forward at one point during the race. Seems weird, but the horse just kind of kicks it into higher gear.
In the home stretch, it's all over but the statistics.
He crosses the finish line in this hunched position.
He has won the race. Frank Hayes has done it. He has achieved his dream of being a champion jockey.
Instead of raising his arms to celebrate, Frank is oddly still.
The owner comes rushing over to him, ecstatic with this completely long shot victory.
And as he's about to congratulate him, Frank Hayes falls off the saddle, face first, into the racetrack.
As it turns out, Frank has had a heart attack. He died before crossing the finish line.
Frank Hayes becomes the only person in horse racing history to ever ride across the finish line of a race and win as a dead man.
As for the horse, he never races again, earning the unofficial nickname, Sweet Kiss of Death.
Frank ends up getting buried at Holy Cross Cemetery in Brooklyn, wearing the very jockey uniform that he was wearing when he crossed the finish line and won this race at Belmont. He very literally died a winner.